I recently shooed a fox out of the garden by squirting it with water. 5 minutes later, I watched in horror as it returned with its brother and ate my plimsoll.
Please, team. What do you think?
I've never heard anything so middle class in all my life.
I want to picture it. So you're in your house and you see the fox in the garden. Now, you don't, with the greatest respect, you don't strike me as overly nimble.
No, I'm not overly nimble, but I'm just nimble enough.
Between 1 and 10, how quickly were you in the garden?
I went out in the garden at top speed for me,
Yeah.
which I'm afraid is now 6.7.
Anyway, you come out into the garden, you've got the hose, you see the fox.
And he sort of moves away a bit, shows a certain degree of fear of the alpha predator. He sees me and he thinks, do you know, I think I'm safe with this guy. And I thought, well, I can't have this. I can't have the fox thinking it's won. If I lose my power to frighten off foxes, what am I?
Can I answer that?
So I grab my hose and I swizzle some water at them. I don't want to soak the poor creature.
Did you put your thumb on the end?
So I did put my thumb on the end, and I directed some water sort of towards the lawn, just kind of between him and me.
Yeah.
And that's enough. He's off.
I bet he went, after the fox went off, I bet he went.
Yeah.
I forgot he hadn't turned it off. Looked round sheepishly and thought, I better get those plimsolls.
Are you in your pyjamas?
I was wearing normal clothes.
Well, David, we've got a different opinion on what normal clothes
yes,
Did you?
It was black tie, not white tie.
So, in a nutshell, you had a fox in your garden, you come out, water the thing out the garden, then a little while later, it comes back.
Two of them come back.
Two of them.
Now, where are you at this point?
I'm in the kitchen, noticing they've come back to the garden, thinking, dear, oh dear.
There was deer there as well.
and then one of the foxes goes and grabs this plimsoll that I keep by the shed.
Why?
For walking around the garden.
One plimsoll?
What? No, there's two. I keep two.
Tiny suggestion, why don't you keep the plimsolls near the back door so you don't have to get your feet wet if it's raining?
Well, you're full of home improvement ideas. I don't know, because I'm a moron.
What happens to the plimsoll?
One of them savages this shoe.
What's the other one doing?
I don't know. I don't speak fox.
If you want to do a proper impression of a fox, I know a woman. Providing you're a tad gullible, we'll show you exactly. So go on. So
I said, hello, Mr. Fox. I'm trying to communicate with you. Perhaps you could stop pooing on my lawn.
Right, Lee, what are you thinking?
Fundamentally, no Englishman leaves a pair of plimsolls as his garden footwear and keeps them by a shed.
So you're saying it's...
It's a lie.
It's a lie?
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
Well, I'll go with my team, even though I think it's true.
Saying it's a lie. OK, David. Squirting foxes in the garden, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
I thought it was a lie.
One of the codes I live my life by.
Always a good start.
Is that my appearance should be in no way noteworthy. But then again, not so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
What do you think?
Well, if it is true, you're certainly carrying it off. When did you decide on this code?
It didn't happen suddenly. It just,
It sort of developed.
The way I felt comfortable being sort of gradually formed into the philosophy, and I don't think that's too grandiose a term, that I have read off a card for you today.
I would say since you've got a beard, you have become more noteworthy.
The answer to that is I've enjoyed growing a beard. But you're right, because I've grown a beard, some people have said, oh, I see you've grown a beard, or he's got a beard, look at his beard. And I hate
Can I just
those
put you up on
moments.
the point?
I deeply hate those moments of being physically noticed.
Have you really enjoyed growing a beard?
Well, no, well, that's what's so odd. I mean, I haven't, like, hugely enjoyed it. It's not been like a brilliant roller coaster. but it's just very, very slightly I've enjoyed it. And very slightly also I've had a sense of achievement. Of course, it is no achievement. It's actually a failure in personal hygiene. but it feels like an achievement.
But you surely went through the difficult itchy stage.
I did go through this.
No one enjoys that?
No. I call them my teens.
Do you make these rules about everything? Are the underpants you're wearing unnoteworthy enough to be you know what I'm saying? Are they?
No, I don't think...
Sorry, let's start again. Are you wearing underwear?
Yes.
OK.
And I don't want to sound too sexy, but yes.
Oh.
I don't want to sound too sexy, but no. Under my underwear, I'm naked.
David, I want to know not what you consider noteworthy. I want to know what you consider so unnoteworthy that it becomes noteworthy.
A grey tie. If you were in a suit, and like you're in a suit-wearing scenario, and you wore a grey tie, that would be so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
So a grey tie...
It could be so colourless, so not wanting to draw the eye, it would draw the eye. It's how you spot spies, isn't it? People who are just trying to blend in so much, they blended in so much they're noticeable.
It's true.
Like a chameleon. If there was a chameleon in here, it would stand out.
I'll tell you what, if there was a comedian in here, it'd stand out.
It's a worrying round of applause on the subject of our...
Is it true or is it a lie? Make your decision.
I think it's true. I think it's very plausible that David would be like that, yeah.
OK.
Yeah, I think it's true.
True?
I'll go with my team and say it's true.
All saying true. David, truth or lie?
Yes, well, of course it's true.
It's David.
Once a week, I love to eat a full English breakfast, but can only do so if I'm entirely stripped to the waist.
Lee's team, what do you think?
Once a week, you say?
Yeah.
Any particular day of the week?
At the weekend, usually a Saturday or a Sunday.
Do you know what the weekend is, David?
Do you cook it, Nate? Do you cook it in that state of undress, or do you get undressed once it's cooked?
I get undressed once it's cooked. But, you know, I mean, there's a limit to the amount of undressing required. I mean, I take my top off.
Boxers or...
I
No,
think it's waist up, I think you said.
That's the... Yes.
Waist up, yes.
It would be odd if he had a breakfast... but from the waist down, he's stripped naked. That would be odd if you went round to his house and said, thank you, David, for the sausage and beans. We're not done yet.
Yeah. No, that's...
Get them off!
Yeah.
And none of you going to ask why?
I am about to ask.
Oh, good.
What on God's earth function does taking your top off play in this breakfast?
In many ways, I've lost a lot of self-respect.
You have.
And sometimes I like to wallow in that.
In that case, we think it's true.
I do find there's a certain amount of splatter involved in the eating of a full
Is this getting
English.
sexual?
Not from my body.
Is this on your own, or would someone join you?
More usually on my own, but I wouldn't...
Would you like someone to join you?
I don't think so, really.
I'm not offering.
Can I ask you a question? Gabby, do you like a fried breakfast?
David, is this... Sorry. Is this for practical reasons? As you say, just to stop the splashing, or is it a lovely sense of liberation?
I think it's partly practical, partly, yes, of course, you feel closer to nature.
So what are you thinking, Lee? What are you going to say? Is he telling the truth here?
Christy, what do you think? Do you eat with your clothes on?
I do.
You don't strip off for any reason to do with eating?
No, not really.
Do you think he does?
Having got to know David during the course of this evening, I rather suspect he does.
Diane, do you...
No, I do not. No.
No, I was going to
sorry.
say, do you believe... I was going to say, do you believe it? I wasn't wasn't taking the opportunity to go, do you have frying? Do you want to come round my house? Will you take the top off? I wasn't going to say that.
No,
I was
of
thinking
course
it.
not.
I was absolutely thinking that. But I've never said it out loud. But now you've brought it up. Do you want to come round on Sunday? I've got burnt out potato waffle. Do you think David is telling the truth, or do you...
I think he's telling the truth.
I think David's a well-brought-up, educated chap.
Yes,
He'd never do
he would
anything
never.
quite so stupid.
So
it's not
bow
true.
tie.
It's not true.
I'm on lie now. Yeah.
OK, we have to go with lie, then.
You're going to say lie. David, truth or lie?
Please don't be true.
It is a lie.
Thank God.
I find it incredibly irritating when other people fiddle with my jigsaws.
Please, team.
What was the last jigsaw you did?
It was a picture of the city centre in Oxford.
How many pieces was it?
1,000.
1,000.
What's your jigsaw etiquette?
My etiquette.
Well, when I say etiquette, I mean if you're doing a big jigsaw, you have to do it on something so that it doesn't upset everybody else's life. So what do you do it on?
My grandfather's coffin. Because we've all stopped hoping that he's ever going to come out. On a card table.
On a card table?
Oh, OK.
You have a card table?
That's nearly right.
And you start with the outside. You do the whole perimeter.
Yeah.
Where do you go then?
Then I go for recognisable objects in the scene.
So which particular recognisable bits are you looking for then?
Well, there's a building in the middle with a sort of dome and a spike. I'm an expert in architecture. So there was that thing, and there was several people wandering around, you know, like someone on a bicycle.
Whoa. He's saying, you know, specific. You're looking for specific things.
Yeah.
A person can go anywhere in the jigsaw.
No,
Yes,
they
but-
can't. They can only go where they go.
I will say,
You can't go. I put a person. I'm going to put him up there.
when you do a jigsaw, Lee...
Yeah. I don't, David, because I've got a life, but carry on.
Yeah. No, fair enough. No, I was going to say, do you use scissors? Because that's a...
You know I'm not
That's
allowed.
a
Scissors!
So generally, 1,000-piece jigsaw. You're coming back to it now and again.
Yeah.
Work commitments permitting. How long does it take?
Let's say 3 months.
OK, 3
All right,
months.
let's say it. 3 months.
3 months. It's a 1,000-piece jigsaw,
Yeah.
333 pieces a month.
Excessive.
So he's doing about 90 pieces a week. So he's doing about 15 pieces a day, right? 15 pieces a day is borderline. You need help.
I
Do you know what I mean?
don't need help, and I don't like it when people help. That's the point.
That's the point.
So, Lee, what's it going to be?
Alex?
Well, if he was into jigsaws properly and he didn't want a fiddler, you put cling film on it.
What? You're even weirder than me. Wouldn't the cling film sort of stick to the pieces, and then so when you pick the cling
No.
film up, it would sort of undo
What you do,
weeks
right?
and months of work?
No.
That's horrible,
Because you
isn't it?
buy a massive tray,
Yeah.
you do it on the tray. Not only can you carry it around if you need to dust, but also the cling film wraps underneath.
You've watched far too many features on the one show, haven't you? This week we're talking about tricks for jigsaws. You probably think it's just the four corners you have to know, but no, get your cling film ready, we'll tell you afterwards. John, do you think it's...
Well, I can see. I think David's a contemplative type of person, you know, and jigsaw puzzles kind of allow you that loose space to be, to be a ruminative. Takes you to a ruminative place that you wouldn't otherwise enter in the normal run of events.
But just to clarify, is it true or false?
True.
Okay, go, true.
OK.
You're going to say true. OK. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
David.
To keep things exciting at home, Every time I fill our tin with normal tea bags, I slip in 1 Earl Grey, knowing it could surprise me at any time.
Please, Steve.
Oh, it's for your own interest, not for the surprise of your wife.
Well, it could... I mean, she could be surprised by it also.
Do you put a normal tea bag in with the Earl Grey and let it brew, or is it in
No, it's in the tin of tea bags.
In the tin?
I
OK.
fill the tin of tea bags with normal tea bags, but with 1 Earl Grey tea bag in the mix. Give it a little bit of a...
This is David's version of an
we go.
adrenaline sport.
It's not for the flavour.
Oh.
It's for the surprise element.
That's it?
Yeah,
it's as dull as it sounds. That's it.
What you've got to remember is I'm quite an uninteresting person, and I've been doing this programme since 2006. So, you know, this is all we've got now.
Now, the question is when you sip it and it's Earl Grey, is it a pleasant surprise or, damn? Because you obviously don't like it, otherwise you'd be drinking it all.
No, absolutely. Do you know what I think overall, and I'm sorry to make this even more boring than it is already, but overall...
Is it possible?
Yeah. Overall, it is a neutral experience, because I don't like the Earl Grey tea as much, and yet the surprise element brings it up to the same level as a normal cup of tea.
80 bags, box of Earl Grey. You could probably work it out, Lee. Is that 80 weeks that you'll have to have that box of Earl Grey?
How many cups of tea are you drinking a day?
Oh, I mean, loads. 5 to 8.
So 5 to 8. So he's getting through a box of tea bags every 10 days.
Every 10 days.
Takes a long time to get through a box of Earl Grey, although sometimes...
The Earl Grey's, hang on, the Earl Grey's almost 3 years old. By the time you've got to the last Earl Grey. And at no point, when you put when you get after...
You're interested now, aren't you? The sheer age of it.
I'm interested because...
old, David.
Because at the end, when you put your last Earl Grey in, and that box is empty, where most normal people would then go, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
You'll go, I think I'll go again. For a whole new 3-year cycle. It's a 3-year commitment each time.
The thing you have to remember, sometimes people come round to the house, and if you could believe that, you'll believe anything.
Yeah. But they don't ever leave.
And ask for Earl Grey.
Yeah, and
then I'm just willing to take one from the Earl Grey box.
But what if you've run out and it was your final one in the thing? You're like, oh my God! It's disaster.
It's never happened. But obviously, what a frantic and exciting scene.
You say you're welcome to an Earl Grey, but you may have to have 80.
Find it.
You must have 80 cups of tea to find it. No, you're not going to. They're tied to the radiator in the cellar. Let us go!
OK, time to decide. Lee, what are you going to say?
I believe David is capable of doing this. He needs that little thrill.
You know I need excitement in my life.
You need excitement, but this is a lot of...
It's not exciting.
So you're saying it's a lie. David?
It was, in fact, a lie. I recently ended up in A&E after attempting to use a sledgehammer to crack a nut.
Bees tea. Right. First of all, what type of nut was it?
A walnut.
Of course.
A walnut. Did you use the floor or the wall?
I used a bit of kitchen surface.
What is your work surface made from?
Well, at home...
No, in your shed. What is your kitchen work surface made from in your kitchen?
It's a sort of... It's... I don't really know.
OK.
Why did you have a sledgehammer in the kitchen?
Well, it was... But the... I didn't.
Oh, so it's not true?
This didn't happen.
Oh, OK.
Easy.
Wow, we've broken quickly tonight, didn't we?
This didn't happen at my house.
Where did it happen?
At my parents' house.
Why were you trying to describe your house when you were talking about the work
Because he
surface?
kept asking me about my own work surface. I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible.
OK, can you tell us the colour of the kitchen surface in your parents' house?
Brown.
Brown. Was it
Brown?
Is it a wooden...
No, it's
Does it look like a tree, but flat?
I don't know what it's made of, but it's...
Is it Formica?
Might be Formica.
Wooden Formica.
Formica.
Your parents have got wooden Formica tabletops. Why don't you use your television money and treat them, you two?
So there's a walnut in your parents' house.
Yeah, there
you,
is.
for whatever reason, maybe hunger, want to open it.
Yeah.
There's a sledgehammer.
Why is the sledgehammer in your mum and dad, apart from the fact that he knew you were coming round?
I had to go and find the sledgehammer.
Where was it in
It was
the
in the
end?
garage.
Right.
We couldn't find any nutcrackers.
Well, your parents...
We
your parents were witnessing this.
Yes, I wasn't on my own in my parents' house, smashing away at my hand like a maniac.
It seems to me that on the evolutionary scale between nutcracker and sledgehammer, there are some other things you might find lying about the house. I wouldn't...
Well, and 3 shattered iPads later, I found the sledgehammer.
Who was there, by the way, in this? Who was witnessing this?
There were... my parents were there, my brother, his wife, my wife.
Peter Gabriel.
David's not going to get that joke. Do you want me to explain? Are you all right with that, David?
Sledgehammer.
Oh, sledgehammer! Oh, yeah. Very good.
Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Rob and David aren't going to get this joke.
I have no idea, but there wasn't anyone called Peter Gabriel.
OK, now, we know that this story ends with you in accident and emergency.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, I'd cracked a few nuts with this sledgehammer, and then maybe I got a bit cocky.
Oh.
And I, you know, and I left my thumb in the way.
Oh no!
And it was carnage.
Sorry, there's a really... The thumb. Can we have a look?
All right. No.
When was this before we looked? This Christmas, just gone.
It was this Christmas, yes.
So they should look pretty bad, this thumb.
Well,
shouldn't
actually,
it? What happened? Was it?
You'll find there's absolutely no visible scar. And neither is there on that one.
What a credit to our National Health Service, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone was absolutely marvellous.
It's weird.
One might almost say miraculous.
Did they say any bones were broken in your thumb?
They X-rayed it, and fortunately not. They said, in a few months, you won't be able to tell this has happened.
Of course. In essence. Hey, they were right. No. They were spot on.
All right, what are you thinking, Lee? Has this been the truth, has he made it up?
There's bits of it. But...
Well, the bits that are true are that he's got thumbs.
I believed everything until we looked at his thumbs.
There's nothing
And
there.
then I was like, that man not only has not hit himself in the thumb with a sledgehammer, but I don't think he's picked up anything in weeks.
You think lie, don't you?
I would say that it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. David, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie.
Last year, at a village fete, I won a welly boot throwing competition and appeared in the local paper with the caption, "Fling the Merciless."
Please, team.
Was this in your hometown?
No.
Well...
All right, OK.
Had you cut a ribbon? Had you opened the fete?
No, I wasn't there in an official capacity.
Because I'd be disappointed, and I don't mean this in a horrible way.
Yeah.
If you were the celebrity that was opening my fete. I'm sorry, but there it is.
No, yes, no, I know you would be disappointed because you'd want the gig yourself.
What was the weather like? Here we go.
It was fine. It was fine as in fine, not fine as in fine.
Yeah. OK. How far did you throw it?
I mean, a long way. I'm not an expert on distance, but it would have to be... I suppose it felt like it was about 2 miles.
OK, let me say that from me to you...
Yeah.
Right, I don't want to sound like the Chuckle Brothers, but from me to you is a unit of measurement.
OK.
The Chuckle Brothers being referenced for ages.
Yeah, all right, I don't do the modern stuff.
Yeah. You have just proved that you don't watch this programme.
The distance between me and you is 1 unit of measurement.
OK.
How many Mitchell Max was it that you threw?
I think... Well, it was a good throw. I'd say 3. 3 to 3.5 Mitchell Max.
Go on, Mikey. Knuckle in. That's powerful.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thomas, what are you thinking?
I think it's a lie. I'm not quite sure why I think it's a lie. I just think he's lying.
You probably think of Wellington's a grown-up sandal.
So, Lee, are you going to go with your team?
We're both saying it's a lie, are you?
Yeah.
Well, we have to go with
You
the
have
team.
to go with them. They're saying it's a lie. David, truth or lie?
Well, it is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David didn't win a welly boot throwing competition.
Last summer, I lost a tennis match when a bee buzzed up the leg of my shorts at a crucial moment.
Please, team.
Right.
What was the crucial moment?
Match point.
What was the score at that point in sets?
I'll be honest, we only played 1 set.
And what was the score in games at that point?
At that point?
Yes.
The score in games
I think you know what I'm asking you, David.
was
All right.
5-4.
To you.
3, 2, 1, I'm going to tell you. It was 5-4.
To you.
No, I lost.
Oh, I see, a crucial point.
Right, so, did this bee sting you, or did he come in, have a quick shufty and exit?
A shufty and exit.
Well, did he exit out the other leg?
Or was anything blocking his passage?
Do you play regularly?
I don't really know. I used to play more regularly, but
What
now I play...
standard would you say you are? If 0 is someone that's never played in it ever, and 10 is Boris Becker, what are you?
What's 1?
Tim Henman.
Well, in this case, I'm probably a 0.3.
Would you give us a demonstration of your serve technique?
Oh, yes.
It'd be lovely, I think, for Lee and his team. If they had an idea, they look at this serve, they say, well, there's a guy who wouldn't be bamboozled by a bumble, or maybe he would.
I have to say, I think this is totally pointless. But I'll do it.
Shall we say... who joins in with the fun.
I'm so sorry. This is just a waste of your time. This is it. This is the racket in my right hand.
David, why don't?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Rob. OK, caught it. Ready?
You're not going to fire it at me, are you?
I'll
aim it over there.
I'll zing it down that way.
Please do, yeah.
OK.
That's barely going to go over the net.
You don't believe I serve like that?
No.
I want to see your feet off the ground and put something... I want to see you grunting.
Oh, hang on, wait a minute. What a ball, have you?
You went over there. All right, ready?
Right, go on then.
I'm going to grunt.
Go for
I'm
it.
going to put my back into this.
Go on then.
I'm going to show I want it.
You're doing that with your hands, you're trying to get rid of the bees.
I'm bouncing the ball.
That's how you congratulating a small child. Well done, son. You did very well.
OK, and...
That was lovely, thank you. That was lovely. That was more than we could ever have hoped. Thank you. What do you think?
He doesn't look like a tennis player.
He probably has picked up a tennis racket. I don't think he's claiming to be at county level.
He doesn't look like he will be at any level.
No, but he...
I think that's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yeah.
Rick?
I think it's a lie, because he would... Maybe a bee flew up his shorts when he was having ice cream, but he definitely...
That's the most belittling thing I've ever heard on this show. OK, we're saying it's a lie.
OK, David. Was that the truth or was it a lie?
It was a lie.
Oh.